this nonsense has to stop. And unfortunately for me, it does not matter when this idea came up. The fact that the idea came up needs to be condemned. You understand? The fact that anybody thought of creating an exclusively Igbo community in Ghana is a problem. It would have been the same if anybody had thought of creating an exclusively Indian community in Ghana or an exclusively Chinese community in Ghana. I mean, it doesn't make sense. In 2025, we cannot be building new apartheid communities. These are new apartheid communities. You understand?
Thank you, my brother. I have loved you from the one that I have seen you. Honorable Kwesi Pratt. I have loved you. I've been watching you for a very long time from afar. I've not met you personally. But the way you talk about national issues, I always respect you. And I know on this very topic that you have chosen to speak or debate about it, you are going to be on our side. You see, the president of the land chose to be quiet on this issue. The ministers of the land chose to be quiet on this issue. The very, very, very people, the chiefs, the opinion leaders chose to be quiet on this issue. And this Igbo Atasa, this non-entity, is moving around, insulting Ghanaians. We are uncultured, but we are uncultured, yet he doesn't love to be in his country. He's parading himself on us over here as a king. This one, such a thing. Fifi Pratt, oh sorry, what is the name? Kwesi Pratt Jr. God richly bless you. God richly bless you. And I have loved you and I have liked you, not for anything, but for the truth. You always make it come out from your mouth. You do not take sides when it comes to issues pertaining to the state. Thank you very much.
I condemn it in the strongest possible terms. And it should not be allowed.
Thank you.
We should not encourage it. It is not in the interest of the world for us to begin to build our societies on the principles of apartheid. So when any issue comes up, the first thing to do is to distill the principles.
Yeah.
And then on the basis of the principles, you can proceed to do a concrete analysis of whatever issue there is. Now, one, any community, anybody, they can be Igbos, they can be whatever. If they go into another community and decide to create an enclave for themselves, what are the principles involved?
Exactly, that is what I've been saying. I will not let you learn. I know where you are going to learn and I'm going to join it for you. That is what I'm saying. I have traveled worldwide and there are so many, chunks of what you call it, tribes traveling around the country, wherever they find themselves, because they want to help each other. Because this tribe wants to help each other, they need to join themselves and have an association. And with all the associations, I can bear witness to them, especially when you go to the United States of America, a place like Ohio, a place like Virginia, a place like Washington, a place like Maryland, a place like Baltimore, a place like, name them, you have Ghanaian community, which they have only one person. That person does not call himself a king. He calls himself a leader. Move on.
It is clear that they want to live by themselves and not fully integrate into the community that they have gone into. This will seriously suggest clannishness. Emphasis on ethnicity, or what some people call tribalism and so on. It is negative.
It's negative, yeah.
It is negative. These are the practices which lead to nepotic behavior. You understand? We speak the same language, we have the same culture, and therefore we ought to help each other against others who do not speak our language and others who do not have our culture and so on. This is the problem. You understand? It's a huge problem. And especially for those of us who believe that ultimately we ought to build Pan-African unity. This madness, absolute madness of creating clannish.
Listen, I may not be nobody and I may not be anybody in this nation. I may not have a position in government. I may not be any opinion leader, but I fight for my nation. I fight for my country. The same way as this Igbo Atasa can fight for the Igbos. I am fighting for my nation called Ghana. And I have to talk. I'm not using any arm. I'm making sure the youth of this nation will understand that whatever Hassan Ayariga has started must come to an end. And it should come to an end by sacking this Igbo Atasa from this nation. We will not relent on our efforts. We will make sure that we move Hassan Ayariga and make sure that we show this man the way to Nigeria. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and my boss, Honorable Kwesi Pratt. God richly bless you. You always speak knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. This is Snapp-View. Kindly subscribe and share, and let's move on. Bye-bye.